I know today's court decision is a severe disappointment to so many people, including me, but we cannot let the decision be a permanent setback for the country.
President Biden today speaking out against the Supreme Court's decision to end affirmative action in college admissions. The 6-3 ruling means colleges and universities can no longer take race into consideration as a specific basis for granting admission.
The policy has benefited Black and Latino students in higher education over the years. News 3 Now's Braden Ross spoke to a UW-Madison professor about what this means for universities. Braden, what did he say?
Well, he says that's a question universities across the country are still trying to answer themselves, and it's not as simple as you might think.
Race as the predominant factor in making decisions in America today is an outdated notion.
We condemn the decision from the U.S. Supreme Court.
Thursday, a seemingly simple decision from the U.S. Supreme Court.
The case that came down today starts with a sweeping and absolute statement that it is unconstitutional for a public institution of higher education to make race a consideration in admissions.
But look a little closer.
If a student in his or her essay explains how their life experiences have been affected by their racial identity, that's something the school can perfectly well take into account. It's no longer permissible for school admissions departments to decide in advance that race is a factor, but it's perfectly okay for the student to put forward that argument.
This loophole, as UW-Madison political science professor Howard Schwaber calls it, leaves universities questioning what and how they're allowed to ask students about race on applications. For example, many applications include a diversity essay, prompting students to talk about race, something that now falls into a legal gray area. Schwaber also says the decision could call DEI programs into question.
The ruling is entirely about race, and it's entirely about the moment of college admissions. It says nothing about the rather wide array of programs and policies that treat students differently based on their race once they are on college campuses.
And for a university like UW-Madison that often emphasizes a commitment to increasing minority student populations, the future of that goal is unknown.
Schwaber says many of these unanswered questions will need to be resolved by other court cases. In the meantime, UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin responded to the decision today, saying that the ruling meant they would have to review their admissions process, but reiterated the university's commitment to diversity.